Rick, here we are at the Loretta Lynn home, childhood home.
Mm-hmm.
Guess everybody's got some idea. Her house is right there, and about 100 yards away here, right up through here where me and you're getting ready to walk. This is where Lee Dollarhide lived. Yep, that's where Lee Dollarhide lived.
Are you sure?
Right up on this hill behind us here, that was called Greasy Creek, and that's where Lee Dollarhide got shot. If you see where this top of this mountain is right here, between these two mountains, his moonshine still was right there. And Lee Dollarhide used to sit up there, listen to Loretta singing to her sisters and brothers and her babies. And he was the first one to ever tell her to keep singing, that she had a beautiful voice. So come on right up through here. This is part of the old well system right here that was used by Loretta and the Dollarhides. They shared it. They shared a well. We're going to go up through here. Now this is where we're from, Rick.
Gotcha.
This is where our family's from.
It's like they could have picked a little better spot.
So right here is two rocks I want to show you. Can you get through there?
Yeah, I'm going to go around. Well, no, you can't go around there.
You just have to duck your head right there, pal. So, I'm going to show you these rocks right here.
Yep.
And I was talking to Albert Dollarhide. I'm going to show you something very interesting. And what I think is so awesome about this is because Lee Dollarhide is our great uncle. His daddy was our great granddad Troy brother. Here is foundations from his house.
Wow.
See that? So this big rock right here was too big to be moved, and that was the only place they had for their house. So they literally built their house around this rock. That's why the foundation is touching it.
Good Lord.
They're gonna watch for snakes. But look right here. Here's part of the roof.
It's getting ready to say.
This is off of Lee's house. Okay, look right there while we get found. There's treasures here, man. There's a bowl. Oh, let's go this way. Right up through here. And when I first found this location, I found it from talking to Albert, Albert's son. Matt hadn't been back in here since he was a kid. But Albert had to remember coming here as a child to see his Uncle Lee. He's the nephew of Lee Dollarhide, Albert is.
Yeah, we're going to visit with him in a little while.
Yeah, let me show you. It's right back here as well. I'll show you. So this is where the house used to sit. Right back through here. This is full back here. Well, I'm just going to tell you about it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. But if we keep going right back through here, Rick.
Yeah.
His old washing machine, wringer washer, and all that stuff is laying back here in these weeds. Wow. And I just think it's amazing. Let me see how far I can get. That stuff is still here. All these years later. I've been metal detecting all back through this holler right here. And if you follow this, if you'll kind of notice right here, it kind of looks like a road going through. Can you see?
Oh yeah, you can tell.
They had that cleared out for a wagon. And if you follow this, it goes around that way and up on top of this hill and across the top of that ridge up there, and that's what's called Greasy Creek. And the day that Lee Dollarhide was killed, they found him on top of that hill up there.
Wasn't that a rival moonshiner?
Oh yeah, well what it was, Lee was short on moonshine to meet
For his orders.
So he ended up going from his stills over there. He ends up going in Greasy Creek up here, and he stole some moonshine.
Oh man.
Well, they caught him trying to steal it. They shot him, and they left a jug of moonshine, or a jar of moonshine, like a mason jar, beside of Lee. So everybody would know in a roundabout way what happened to him. And Dew heard a gunshot, and he went up there with a horse.
Now that was Loretta's husband.
And Mac, our cousin, is kin to Doolittle. So, a very small community up here.
Obviously.
But he brought Dew back on a horse. And if you watch the movie, he brings him right down through here, right across the front, and right across the porch in the movie. If we can, we'll put an excerpt of that, or some screenshots to show it in the show. But he brought him right down through there, right across the front yard.
Wow.
The fall time is the best time to really come over here when the trees are the leaves are down.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's really amazing.
Well, it's an eye-opener just being here, knowing that these people were related to us. You know?
Yeah, and standing right here, we're standing where they slept. And this is it. They built that around this rock. And this is the front foundation right here. The main part of the house, the living room of the house, is right here in this area where these trees and stuff is. That's a sticker book. Right here, you can see where this had been cut out one time, coming up through here to the front of the house.
So this is the side of the house right here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This was the front right here.
Gotcha.
This rock was right at the front of the house. The house sat right there. You walked right up through here to get on the house. And right here was the foundation.
Holy God.
And all these rocks had been hand set up here by our great-granddad's brother, Troy's brother.
What was his name?
I don't recall. I'll have to look.
Okay.
But it's all in our genealogy there. But our great-granddad's brother stacked those rocks up.
That's pretty handy work right there.
That was his house.
Look at that. How long ago?
He did that in about 1930, something like that.
Wow. Now, that just shocks me. Look at this.
Oh, and there's some right here too.
Dude, this is rock solid.
Look right here.
No pun intended, but this is solid. That's not moving.
He's still there. All these years later.
Man. And you guys out there that are block masons, take a little lesson there. All right. Now, yeah, we're going to go back down here now and get some shots outside of...
We're going to keep you on camera here, and we're going to show you how close they live. Because everybody assumes that, Loretta didn't live here completely alone.
Nope.
But they didn't. Their neighbors...
That's not the way this community is. Just driving through here, I've seen where everybody lives right next to each other.
You can tell that's a cut rock. See that?
Yes, it is.
That's an old piece of foundation right there.
Yes, it is. What would you say that is? Slate or something?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you right down through here on the way out.
Gotcha. Ah, you little people going in front of me.
I've been all through here. Let's just, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Let's it when
There's like a
got stickers on it.
big tree limb right there. What is this? On the ground behind you. Right here. What is that?
What?
So, is that a piece of metal or something?
Yeah, it's an old piece of a can. Lots of old cans laying down here. Look right here. After the Dollarhide left, Loretta and them used this for trash dump.
Really?
And lives right down here at the fence.
Yeah, let's go right down here. There's a path right up through there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just how it was, man.
I know. It's not like they were coming by with a truck once a week.
Yeah, there was no trash service. Look right down here, nice portions are down here. So just to show you, this is the front of the property for the Dollarhides. And then if you just hand right over here, a rock's throw away, was Loretta's. So if you read Loretta's book, there's a whole chapter in it about Lee Dollarhide. And the day that Lee got shot, Loretta writes in her book in her own words that the most haunting sound she ever heard was Lee Dollarhide's mother, which is her grandmother, wailing and crying all over these hills over Lee getting shot. And they had Lee's funeral here at the house and then took him by horseback up to the cemetery. And that's the next
Which that's where we're heading.
Yeah, that's the next place we're going to go.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
All right.